The Dunnamaggin team in goal: Daniel Lyons. The full back line: Sean Sheridan, Dara Lyons. Daniel Hayes in goal: Sean Sheridan, Dara Lyons and James Moore. Half back line: Nicky Healy, Cathal Rossiter and Hugh Healy. Centre of the field: Barry, Brian Hickey and Edward Milan. Half forward line: Ian MacDonald, Stephen Walsh and Alfie Steed. And the full forward line is Jake O'Neill, Scott MacDonald and Aaron McCormack. And for the Borough men, it is Dunnamaggin guys on the attack. The ball will come back to the Borough team in a moment. In around the goal area, the Dunnamaggin full forward trying to get that ball, but the Borough booted out. It does come out here to Dunnamaggin. They have a chance of a score here from their number 11. That number 11 hits in the ball, but I think it's the radar is off on Stephen Walsh. He sends that wide. That is the first wide of the game here in a beautiful sunny warm UPMC Nolan Park. Isn't it wonderful to be able to say that in the month of October? Rian Dowling is in goal for the Borough. Jamie Cashin, Noah Gibbons and Jack Tracy on the full back line. Ben Henderson, Oisin Henderson and Aaron Butler the half back line. Centre field: Sean Cavan and Robert Lacey. The half forward line: Joe Dowling, Dan Carroll the captain and Luke Brown. And the full forward line is Jack Delaney, Samuel, John O'Shea and Owen Moore. And it's not that long ago I saw a lot of these young men. Well, certainly the Borough boys, they were actually playing in the under 13 county final out in MW Higher Centre, so I'd recognise a lot of the names. Not so much the Dunnamaggin chaps, I must say, but that doesn't mean they're not a fine group of players. Indeed, a number of these players played last Saturday here in the A minor county final against James Stevens. Some of them were taken off towards the end of the game, and referee Conor Everard gives a free for a push in the back then on a Dunnamaggin corner back. That was Sean Sheridan, got a push in the back. Getting ready to take this is the Dunnamaggin fullback, Dara Lyons. Dara Lyons is going to send this one long, and he does send it long over on the far side of the field in front of the stand with the supporters. Dicksboro go up in the air, don't catch it, but Oisin Henderson does make ground, moving down the centre. Strong player for 15, sends the ball into the very nippy corner forward. That's Owen Moore. Owen Moore moving with this ball at pace, and he's blocked though. He still gets the ball. The Borough looking dangerous, and it whips out to their number 11. Their number 11 is Dan Carroll, and Dan Carroll puts that ball over the bar for the first score of the game for the Dicksboro men to put them into the lead. 1 point to no score, and we're gone exactly 2 minutes here in UPMC Nolan Park. Beautiful day, as I say. Getting ready to puck out the ball is Daniel Lyons for the young Dunnamaggin men. Bear in mind this is under 15, but these players are delighted to be here in UPMC Nolan Park, and how lucky they are, because so many other teams maybe don't get that opportunity. But two wonderful clubs, and they have done a lot of work with their underage players, and that's why they're here today. Although neither of those teams had fantastic league performances, the Borough were fifth in Group A. They had 2 wins, 4 losses and a draw, 5 points, whereas Dunnamaggin also fifth in Group B, 3 wins, 3 losses and no draw. That gave them 6 points. So didn't have a riveting form in the league, but the referee is letting the ball go on there. In it comes in another chance for the Borough boys. It comes in. Oh, I think that might be a goal. I think that's a goal. The goalie didn't stop the ball. The referee had the hand up, and it's gone into the back of the net. Not certain who hit that ball, but it's a goal for the Borough. A little bit of momentary lapse there by the Dunnamaggin goalie, but it's a key score now. It makes it 1 goal and a point to no score, and it is the Borough coming back again with Samuel John O'Shea. Sends that ball in and makes no mistake about it, puts it over the bar, and to add further to this, 1 goal and 2 points to no score in favour of the Borough. They already seem to have a good grip on this match here in UPMC Nolan Park. The final of the Duggan Seal under 15A over on the far side of the field. It's Owen Moore for the Borough getting that ball. He looks lively. He's got it in around his marker, moving in at pace here, and he's taken a little bit out of that ball. I think the referee might have nearly given a free out, but no, it's a wide ball. It's a wide for the Borough. Referee might have even considered giving a free out for taking the ball too long. We're now gone 4 minutes in this game here in UPMC Nolan Park in an under 19 league final being played out in Dunmore. It is after 51 minutes of the second half. It is Glenmore 119, that's 22 points. Tullerone 312, that's 21 points. So Dunnamaggin are breaking out here with their fullback Dara Lyons. Dara trying to get pace. His shot is blocked. It comes back in. Oh, there's danger here now, and it's being picked up by Jack Delaney. Jack Delaney, brilliant play there by the Dunnamaggin defence. They ran Melly to get the ball out. That's good play, going out for the ball. A chop down on one of the defenders there, and that's a free out. Good defending by Dunnamaggin, because it did look as if the Borough had them opened up at that stage.
Just to cut in, Nicky, it's a draw game in Mooncoin at the moment after 12 minutes of the second half. Piltown won 12, one gap 15, and that's the quarter-final of the J.J. Kavanagh and Sons Championship.
Very good now, and it is the Borough on the attack again with Samuel John O'Shea. He's got great pace, he's wearing 14, but he's working out the field. A left-handed shot goes in. There's a chance here for the Borough again, but good defence by the full-back Darragh Lyons for the Dunnamaggin men. Out he comes, big strong player, sends the ball up, but it's going to be picked out. Nobody marking up in the middle of the field. It is the number 7, that's Aaron Butler for the Borough, racing through. He's on the 65 metre line, 45 metre line into the left half forward. Lovely strike that is, and that could be a that's just gone narrowly wide from Luke Brown. That's a second wide for the Borough. Can't see who actually got that goal for the Borough. We'll find out later. We'll find out about that one later. Well, the ball is pucked out to the middle of the field. It's now with the number 10. Nice touch there from Joe Dowling. Joe Dowling sends that ball down, but it's off of a Dunnamaggin player, and it's going to be a line ball for the City side. They lead by 1 goal and 2 points to no score for Dunnamaggin. We're just 6 minutes gone in the game here in UPMC Nolan Park. The ball is taken. It's a short ball. It comes to Robert Lacey. Robert Lacey has lost possession. Can the Dunnamaggin men, boys, get it back? I suppose we better say boys rather than men, but they're young men, and credit to them for working so hard here as the Borough come out with the ball here. One-handed play, just a little bit careless on the part of the Borough. Don't like to see young lads using one hand when they were given two, but they're trying to get the ball. And they're moving out with it now. Moving out well is the centre half back. That's Oisin Henderson, sends it over to the far side of the field. Owen Moore, we've mentioned his name a lot. He's got speed to burden. He gets around his marker here now. This spells danger here. The ball gets in low. Oh, it went narrowly wide. He went for the goal, and he could easily have got another goal there for the Borough men, but a chance that it just skimmed by the post. I'll be a big let off for the Dunnamaggin men on almost on 7 minutes as the ball is poked out around the middle of the field. They need a score now to settle them, but it's the Borough who have possession again with Robert Lacey. Sends it across the middle to Oisin Henderson. He's a big strong player. He lets this ball down long in around the danger area. They need to watch it backs and forwards here now. The Dunnamaggin goal, this is a chance of another goal. No, it's not. That 3 times the Borough had a chance to do that. Dunnamaggin are under incessant pressure here now, but they do very well to get it out, but the Borough men have it here trying to get it out, and his Dunnamaggin are doing particularly well. The ball is sent in, brilliantly saved by the Dunnamaggin goalkeeper. It's back out again, and they're out there. We'll get Nowis with the number 11. There's no chance this time, I think. It is kept out again. How have they managed to do this? This is awful pressure, but it is sent out by James Moore. Incredible defending there by Dunnamaggin. Now can they work the ball up the field? It's with their number 8. That is Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey, he played corner forward on the minor team last week, but played a lot of defensive for them as well. As the ball is sent out, Dunnamaggin win that ball out around the middle of the field, but the Borough are there in numbers. It is with their number 6. It's not with their number 7. Aaron Butler had it, but he was hooshed off the ball here. Good tackling, good energy from both teams, and huge commitment as you would expect in a county final here in UPMC Nolan Park on a glorious October day. This would surely be great if it could stay this way tomorrow for the intermediate final, but Dunnamaggin trying to get the ball there. A chop down on a Dunnamaggin player, and there's going to be a free against the Borough fullback Noah Gibbons. Strong player is Noah Gibbons. Seems to be playing out the field, but he's following his marker. His marker is Scott MacDonald, and he played on that minor team last week as well. The name is familiar to me. Chance here now for Brian Hickey. We're now gone 8 minutes and 21 seconds in the game. Dunnamaggin could do with a score because they have really defended tenaciously as Brian Hickey sends that ball in. It is a great strike, goes going around the goal area, danger area here, breaks in front of the goal, but the Borough are out again with Oisin Henderson, strong as centre half back. He's a real strong player. I remember him from the under-13s. He seems to have progressed very well as a player. He sends the ball over to the far side of the field, but it can't be kept in play by Joe Dowling. The ball goes over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for the Dunnamaggin boys. We'll keep an eye on other scores as they might be coming through here. Anyway, Seamus is watching matters for us anyway on the clock in the studio to tell us what way things are going. We'll just keep an eye on that match down in between Windgap and Piltown, and it is Windgap are 1 point up. They just got a point from Niall Walsh in the 15th minute. Jimmy Welch is down there for us, so Seamus will be joining him to get updates, but it's done Windgap 16 points, Piltown 115, and I didn't think there was going to be a lot between those two teams. I saw them both playing games. Brilliantly caught there in the full back line for the Borough by the number 2, Jamie Castle, I should say, done well. Oisin Henderson, he's becoming very influential here. He sends the ball out to his wing back Ben Henderson sends that long again. don't have Kieran Nari with me here now, but he can tell me very quickly if they're brothers. But it's now with the number 13, that's Jack Delaney. His shot is brilliantly blocked down, but it comes back out here again. Dunnamaggin backs, they're under a lot of pressure, but they're doing extremely well. That ball goes in and it goes over the bar, a point for the Boroughmays, and we'll find out in a moment if we get the young man will turn around here. I think it's number 9, Robert Lacey, who pops that one over the bar for the Borough. That makes it 1 goal and 3 points to no score for the Dunnamaggin men. The Borough dominant here on the scoreboard. The Dunnamaggin defence under an awful lot of pressure, but Dunnamaggin are now trying to bring the ball up the field, and they're doing that. Good play there by their midfielder Edward Moylan gets the ball into Nippy corner forward. Number 15 is put there over the bar, and that's Aaron McCormick, and they will be delighted to have popped over their first score. Really good play by Aaron McCormick. He might be small, but he done a great swivel on that ball when he got it and put it in and put it over the bar. It's 1 goal and 3 points to 1 point. They got that point after almost 11 minutes. They'll be delighted with that, but there's pressure inside here immediately now. They need to defend tenaciously as their goalkeeper comes out. Good play and brave goalkeeping by Daniel Hayes. He's out the ball. He's lost the ball. There's danger territory here now. Dunnamaggin are under a lot of pressure. They should get the ball out with their fullback. He's playing very well, is their fullback Daniel Lyons. He sends it over to this side of the field. Now they have a chance to the ball. The ball is with number 8, Brian Hickey, a lovely stylish player. He sends it up to his colleague then sends that ball in. That is the number 11, Stephen Walsh sends the ball, but the Borough are back again. They win that ball through cornerback Jamie Casson sends the ball out, and the Borough break out. Just a little bit of casualness there on the part of Dunnamaggin, but they do win the ball back and send it back in again. They're getting plenty of ball here now. They needed to run for the ball, one player leaving it to another. Dunnamaggin have a chance, but out again comes Oisin Henderson. He's been power of hours at centre half back. He's going to send this ball lost over to this side of the field to his colleague and Ben Henderson, and namesake. That ball is sent in, danger ball now, and the ball has gone in. It's safe from going over the bar by the brave goalkeeping of Daniel Hayes. That was brave. That's what happened with the first goal. Maybe he shouldn't have tried to stop it at all, but Dunnamaggin are moving up the field here with Brian Hickey on the far side of the field, but the Borough have broken down the play. It's gone over the line, and it's going to be a line ball for
Nicky. Just want to go to Mooncoin there, if you don't mind. Jimmy, you must be midway through the second half. Close game.
A close game, yeah. There's a point in it at the moment, and Windgap have just missed 2 frees. Since we were with you, Piltown got the first score of the second half to equalise to Rowan and Ryan. Then Windgap went 2 ahead. Rowan and Ryan was involved in a couple of very good moves, and they got 2 further points. So after 11 minutes, it was 15 points to 111. This one then got an opportunity from a free to level it up a few minutes after, 15 minutes, and they failed. And Noel Welch put Windgap further ahead, 16 points to 111. It's an even enough game, but the big turning point, hopefully it's not a turning point, but a good move from Jack Doyle, James Power and Emmett Landy yields Windgap penalty. In the 18 minutes, the full back was booked for it, and it was a case of James Norris in the Piltown goal facing Emmett Landy, and Emmett shot the ball low and in towards the right corner, but the keeper made a fabulous save, and then there was a double save made and went out for 65. So since that, Windgap have got 2 wides, and the score is 112 to Piltown and 16 points to Windgap, and Emmett Landy has just put over another 3 for Windgap. So it now leads after about 23 minutes. It's 17 points to Windgap. It's 112, 15 points to Piltown, and still an even enough game.
Thanks, Jimmy Welch. We'll be back to you in about 15 minutes for a wrap-up. Nicky, back down to you. Dicksboro is still ahead.
Yes, and just as you come to me, yes they are, but the bus say Dunnamaggin have come back into the match. Good save by the Dunnamaggin goalkeeper. The ball goes in again. This looks dangerous inside. The young man bats it out now. He just needs to be careful. It's good goalkeeping. The goalie has been brave, but now he's under big pressure here. Is there another chance? No, that Dunnamaggin defending has been, the full back line have been outstanding, but they did absolutely absolutely bagger goal a couple of moments ago to Ian MacDonald. Brilliant passing involving the two small corner forwards, Jake O'Neill and Arden McCormack, and they put it into the back of the net. It makes it 1-3 to 1-1. Now we have a game in our hands here, a long distance shot from Robert Lacey. Does this look like it's over the bar? It does. It goes over the bar from Robert Lacey, and that puts the Borough that's a little bit further ahead, 1 goal and 4 points to 1 goal and 1 point. The game now has certainly opened up a little bit as the Borough popped that one over the bar. We're now gone 14, nearly 15 minutes here in this game as the ball is popped out. It's won by the Borough again. Sean Kavanagh wins the ball in the middle of the field. Up they go for danger here now as the Borough get in again, but they can't get up the ball. Not that brilliant defending by the Dunnamaggin full back line. Yeah, the Borough are still danger with Owen Moore, little danger corner forward. Another brilliant save by the Dunnamaggin goalkeeper. Wow, he's earning his crust. He might have made a little bit of an error early on, but he's earning his crust here. And the fullback trying to get the ball out. He probably needs to just maybe use 2 hands to get the ball out. Still under pressure. It is sent out by the cornerback Sean Sheridan. The fullback line for the Dunnamaggin have been absolutely incredible as the ball comes out to this side of the field. Ben Henderson gets that ball, sends it back in again. The half-back line of the Dicksboro been very dominant as the ball comes out to Dan Carroll. His shot is blocked. Real good play by the Dunnamaggin defence. It's cleared by Cathal Rossiter. Cathal Rossiter sends it out around the field. It's broken down by Scott MacDonald. Scott MacDonald, has he got that ball? He's trying to get it up, but he's under a lot of pressure here from the Borough. It by Jack Tracy. Jack Tracy trying to get the ball. Now there's a few more players trying to get the ball. Who's going to win it? A real tussle for the ball down here. This game, there's no quarter being asked or given in this honest endeavour from the two teams as the ball is sent in and sent in and sent in and sent wide. That's a 5th wide for the Borough. They'll be disappointed with that, and they had a number of chances, but between the Dunnamaggin goalie Daniel Hayes, Sean Sheridan and Darragh Lyons and James Moore in the full back line, they have been absolutely outstanding the way they have defended in the first half, and they have saved a couple of goals there that the Borough will be disappointed not to have taken. A long puck out by the Dunnamaggin goalkeeper Daniel Hayes. He sends that long. It's broken out around the middle of the field. Who's going to win this ball here? There's another bit of stalemate here as they try to scramble for the ball, but it is the Borough through Robert Lacey. He's been fouled. Referee Conor Everard puts up his hand, no advantage, so he's given a free to Dicksboro just outside the 65 metre line, or perhaps on the 65.
A listener has WhatsApped in, Oisín is Dennis Philpott's grandson and Ben is Ger Henderson's son, so that has been solved.
Well, I appreciate that from the listener, but I'll also say now we know why they're such strong players. Ger Henderson, a star player, and Dennis Philpott, a former Cork star, and my God, did Dennis do a lot of work for hurling in Kilkenny. Not with us anymore, God rest him. Dennis, he'd be proud the way Ben is playing here today as that ball goes over the bar from the free, and it puts the Borough 1 goal and 5 points to 1 goal and 1 point ahead. Let's see who got that. I think it was their number 14. It was Samuel John O'Shea from a free over in the middle of the field. He puts the Borough men they're in control of this match, have been the dominant side, but in fairness to Dunnamaggin, they just don't want to give up, and they won't give up either when they're being led on the sideline by Hickeys and people like that, because they battle to the finish. The Borough trying to get the ball out, just one-handed play might better if they had it to Oisín Henderson. Tries to get that ball, he scoops it across to Robert Lacey. Robert Lacey has plenty of pace, gets that ball in, his shot is blocked. He's back with Scott MacDonald, his shot is blocked. That'll tell you the tightness of the game. MacDonald gets it back again. He's a big strong player. He has no paid place to go with the ball, but I think he's going to get it free for himself. He was held, says Conor Everard, armour on the body, so there's a chance here for the Dunnamaggin men to narrow the margin a little bit. It's 1 goal and 5 points to Dicksboro, 1 goal and 1 point to Dunnamaggin. We're gone 18 minutes and 20 seconds in the game here. A chance for Brian Hickey to narrow the margin a little bit. Good striker is Brian Nicky, sends it in well. Has he got the target? He has. No, he hasn't. It just drifted away there at the last minute. He'd be disappointed with that. They need to take...
Nicky, Winegap have put 4 points between themselves and Piltown. Winegap 20 points, Piltown 113.
Yes, I see that there. James Powers just got a point. Ronan Ryan, Sean Purcell Sean Purcell was the full back on the Kilkenny under 20 team that won the All-Ireland again. Limerick there as the Borough on the attack again. Big danger here, a hard shot. Another brilliant save by the Dunnamaggin goalkeeper Daniel Hayes. Well, whatever the outcome of this game, Daniel Hayes will go down as a star man here he's been absolutely brilliant. He's been brave. He hasn't been afraid to stand up to any of the efforts, and there have been a lot of efforts and a lot of hard shots from close distance. He has looked confident and assured for a young man of only 15. Maybe he's only 14, I don't know, but he certainly is given an exhibition between the posts here, and maybe the Borough should just learn to pop him over the bar there as they get ready here for another 65 here. Taking this, so we'll find out in a moment who's taking this. I think it's the ace of Samuel John O'Shea. He sends that ball in, makes no mistake about it, puts it over the bar, and that is another point for the Borough. It's 1 goal and 6 points to 1 goal and 1 point. It's a 5-point game as the Borough lead, and we're gone nearly 20 minutes here in the first half in UPMC Nolan Park in the Duggan Steel under 15A County Hurling final. The B final was won just a short time ago by Tuller in a great game. They won 13 to 14 points over Barra Rangers. The ball goes in and goes over the bar. Another point for the Borough, another point for Robert Lacey to pop that one over the bar. So they've got a good grip on this game here now, 1-7 to 1-1. It's a 6-point game and a comfortable lead, and they're playing very well with 21 minutes gone. The ball is plucked out of the air again by the Borough men, and but Dunnamaggin do win it back. It's with their number 7. That's Hugh Healy. The ball is sent in. They need to get the ball. Now there's a chance to get this ball, but the Borough are strong under each of the balls. They're trying to win it here now. Scott McDonald trying to get that ball. It's in with Aaron McCormick. He got a good point a moment ago, but the Borough young men are strong, as is Noel Gibbons. Noel Gibbons sends that ball out around the middle of the field here. The Borough with Robert Lacey. He sends the ball across to Aaron Butler. Aaron Butler fails to get that ball. It goes over the line, and it's a line ball for Dunnamaggin. Just need to take a breather there for a little drink of water, and Dunnamaggin getting ready with their number 5 Nicky Healy to take this line ball. Lovely line ball as well struck by the young man, but it's with Oisin Henderson commanding and assured at centre half back. Really strong player, and from the Henderson clan of initially from Johnstown, but now latterly of Dicksboro. Well, there's plenty of Hendersons out in Johnstown still in hurling.
Piltown have added a point, Nicky. It's a 1-score game, 1-14 to 20 points.
Absolutely, that's it. Yeah, Piltown got a point from a free there by Ronan Ryan. He was good last week. Then again, Barra Rangers also. This one will go down to the wire in the hat tomorrow evening. By the way, at half after the first game in Nolan Park tomorrow, there will be a draw for the junior championship. We know that Dicksboro are already in the hat. Will Winegap or Piltown be joining them? We just have to wait and see. At 4 o'clock it is Slieve Rue versus Tuller. Paddy Kelly's at that game for us. He'll have reports tomorrow. Well, he'll have reports up to 5 this evening, but after that we have pre-recorded programmes, so we won't be able to stay with Paddy, but he'll have a report tomorrow evening between Tuller and Slieve Rue. Tuller will be favourites in that, and then the big game tomorrow is on at noon out in Jenkinstown between the Saints, St. Patrick's and St. Lactans, and we'll have that game live on Community Radio Kilkenny City. The clash of the neighbours. Ballyraggett fell to a heavy enough defeat against St. Lactans some weeks ago, but they have upped their game a lot since then, and Freshford lads will be favourites, but who knows, as Brian Hickey gets ready to take this 65. He has a beautiful strike. Has he the radar right? The umpire looks up, but no, I'm afraid it's gone wide again. Brian will be disappointed with those 2 shots. Maybe a little bit too much height in them. We're now gone almost 23 minutes in this Dublin Steel under 15A county final, and the Borough are in control of the game here as they try to get that ball up, and it comes into another Borough player blocked as well. Now it's with Dan Carroll, the captain of the team. He's waltzing through the middle. Strong player. This could be another goal, and it is, I'm afraid. Daniel Hayes had no chance whatsoever in the goal as Dan Carroll put that one into the back of the net. He just waltzed through the Dunnamaggin defence and put the ball in the back of the net. It's 2-7 to 1-1. So he just really waltzed the whole way through. Daniel Hayes had really no chance to stop that ball, and that puts the Borough in a very strong position now with 23 and a half minutes gone here in UPMC Nolan Park. It's 2-7 to the Borough, and it's 1-1 to Dunnamaggin. They'll be getting ready with that big match out in Freshford shortly, the senior relegation final. That's a game that nobody wants to play in. The game in Mooncoin is now down to 3 points. It's Winegap 20 points. It's Piltown 117. Couple of substitutions there for Winegap as Killian Enright replaces James Culleton. Ronan Ryan got that last free point for the Piltown lads from a free, so it's very tight. 20 points to Piltown, 114.
Nicky Lanfranca de Torres continues his send-off into retirement with a win in the Sun Chariot on Inspiral, the even money favourite and part of Bear's tip this morning.
That's the way I like it. You'll be happy there. But yeah, Frankie Dettori does something. Some things never change, Seamus. Now can Dunnamaggin make things change here? They have a chance of a shot here. The ball is sent in, but it's blocked by the Borough. O'Shea Henderson is strong. He wins it again. He's been terrific. The standout defender on this team here, it must be said. We'll give credit to the Dunnamaggin goalie, Daniel Hayes, but really O'Shea Henderson has looked at class apart here as the Borough are moving again, sending the ball in high. And is that one put over the bar? No, it's not. It's sent wide by Joe Dowling, and that is the 6 wide for the Borough. But I suppose they're well in control at this stage. A big task facing the Dunnamaggin boys. There's 9 points in the game now as the Borough puck the ball out around the field. It should be said before the start of this year, I suppose, Erin's own Castlecomer were seen as one of the favourites for this championship, but they succumbed to O'Loughlin Gales, as I mentioned earlier. They lost that 20 points to 115. O'Loughlin Gales then subsequently beaten in the semi-final by Dicksboro by 3 points, 3-10. That was 19 points to 1 goal and 13 points for the O'Loughlin Gales guys. So that's how tight it was. The game in Piltown is gone full time, and Piltown have won that by 4 points. They got a late point from Pádraig Foley to put 4 points between it. It's a wine gap 20 points. It's Piltown 114, and Seamus will be talking to Jimmy Welsh in a short while. You can break out, Seamus, anytime you feel like it. The way I don't mind. The ball is popped out, so Dunnamaggin trying to win the ball here, and they do break out with the ball here with their number 6, Cathal Rossiter sends it long inside to their full forward, but he's slapped down and pushed, and there's going to be a free in for the Dunnamaggin boys, and there's a chance here for Brian Hickey to finally get off the mark here with a pointed free. Beautiful day here. This game, I don't know where we got this game or this day here in UPMC Lowland Park. Thankfully the pitch is looking good for tomorrow, as well as Cathal Hickey puts that ball, or Brian Hickey I should say, puts that ball over the bar for the Dunnamaggin boys, and it makes it 2 goals and 7 points to 1 goal and 2 points. Still a big gap in the team, but Dunnamaggin and Brian Hickey will be glad to have got that point. It's 26 and a half minutes gone here at UPMC Lowland Park as the Borough trying to get through again, and it's with their number 11, and Dan Carroll is coming again. There's a chance of another goal here, and it is blocked again. That Dunnamaggin defence has worked overtime here today as the ball goes out and over on the far side of the field. Joe Dowling lets the ball go over the line on the far side of the field, and he's going to take this line ball. It's on the 20-metre line. Not a lot of movement in the Borough attack, but he takes that ball, a great line ball, and goes straight in, and it goes 65. Yeah, it came off the hurley of Daniel Hayes. He had to be brave to block that because there was power behind Joe Dowling's shot, and a chance here now for Samuel John O'Shea to pop over another point. He's been unerring from place ball since the start of the game here, and a chance here before we go to half time. Well, it's 27 and a half minutes. There's 2.5 minutes on.
Nicky, can I just cut in there? seems right. Nicky, half-time, Nolan Park, Ryan A under
not
15.
Quite yet, Seamus. We're not quite yet. We're on the 30-minute mark, all right, and it is 2-8 to the Borough. It's 1-3 to Dunnamaggin, but the Borough are very much in control of this game here now as they move down the field again. I even missed that who got that last point, but we'll find out because we were listening and watching other scores. Tullerone have been beaten actually in that under-19 game out in Dunmore, which has just finished. Glenmore 2-24, Tullerone 4-15. That's a 3 points loss as Owen Moore sends that ball in, and he sends that ball in and he puts the ball over the bar for another point for the Borough boys to put them a little further ahead. 2 goals and 9 points to 1 goal and 2 points. They're certainly going to take an almighty effort from the Dunnamaggin boys to get into the game in the second half. We're now gone almost 31 minutes as Conor Everard still plays on the ball, and Dunnamaggin, how a goal would really ignite them in the start of the second half. But the Borough boys are coming out, sending it across, a hand pass to Aaron Butler. Aaron Butler looks up, he drops the ball in low. It should be cut out here by Sean Sheridan, the cornerback. He's been one of a couple of players who have really excelled for the Dunnamaggin boys. They have the ball here now with their number 10, Ian MacDonald sends the ball across. The Borough here there in numbers, but the ball breaks to a chance here now, another chance for a goal for the Borough boys, and it's buried in the back of the net. A really good goal. What did I say? I said they could do as a goal, and it's put into the back of the net by the number 15, Arden McCormick again. But the heavy lifting, as I say, was done by Scott MacDonald, the full forward, and he puts the ball into the back of the net. Now at least they will go in at half-time feeling that little bit better. 2-9 to 2-2 is still 7 points, but they'll feel an awful lot better going in at half-time having grabbed that goal. So that's it, Seamus, here from UPMC Nolan Park in the Duggan Seal under 15A county final. It's Dunnamaggin who trail the Borough at half-time. Dicksboro 2-9, Dunnamaggin 2-3. 10 minutes time, the second half will thereabouts will throw in. Back to you in the studio.
The UPMC Nolan Park beckons for his second half under 15A final.
Yes, Seamus, welcome back. There's on here about 46 seconds, and it is Dunnamaggin trying to get the ball out under pressure. One of their defenders is the number 4, James Moore, has been fouled, and it's a free out for the Dunnamaggin men. It's 2-9 to Dicksboro. It's 2-3 for Dunnamaggin. And that big game out in Freshford, it's 5 points to 4. Jack Buggy has just pointed for the Freshford men, and back come the Dane Sport lads and pop that ball over the bar. Not sure who got it, but Seamus will be going to Derek Dooley to get updates on that match. Many of them say this is one of the most important matches of the year. It is, along with the intermediate relegation, as Dunnamaggin put a bit of pressure on the Borough defence. But a push in the back, says Conor Everard, and it's going to be a free out for the Borough. And as the ball is cleared out of the goal area there by the Cormer goalie, Sean Buggy. Now let's see what's happening here now. But more important, it's going to be a free out for the Dicksboro lads. It's going to be taken by Rian Dowling in the goal. Big goalkeeper, big strong lad. He's great to put his body on the line here, but it does come out to the Dunnamaggin lads. Dunnamaggin has it with Stephen Walsh. Stephen Walsh gets that ball into the corner. Good play there by Jamie Casson, the cornerback. Again, attacked the ball at pace. Done very well on the far side of the field. He switches the ball up, and it's caught by one of the Dunnamaggin players, midfielder Edward Mile, and he sends that ball in. But there's a chance here now momentarily for the Dunnamaggin men. They have a chance that they just could put a little bit more energy into their tackle, and it is with Sean Kavanagh trying to keep the ball out. Dunnamaggin have the ball here, sends it out. It comes out across the field here, but it's sent in by Brian Hickey. But his shot is saved, and a ball is just narrowly was going in towards the goal, but tipped out for a 65 by Rian Dowling in the Dicksboro goal. He did very well because he only saw that ball actually quite late. Again, looking at the game in Freshford, it's 5 points apiece as referee David Hughes is having a word with Conor Delaney, the centre half back for Airdrie Zone, and the fourth player gets a little bit of attention. As I said, Seamus will be going to Derek Dooley, who's at that game for us here, getting ready to take this ball. Is probably Brian Hickey for the Dunnamaggin side. He got a point just before half time. Look, get another point here now that brings it back to a 5-point game. Was talking to Pat Henderson. He'd be the grandfather of Oisín, who's starring at centre back, and he said leave Dunnamaggin in it, and you know what, you could be in a spot of bother. But I think Brian's radar is off again there. He's sent that one wide. That's a third 4 wide there for Brian Hickey. It's a 4th wide for the Dunnamaggin lads, and getting ready is Rian Dowling to puck this ball out. A good strong puck. He sent it over to the far side of the field. It's broken in the air. Who's going to win this ball? It could very well be Dan Carroll. It was Joe Dowling who actually got that goal in the 3rd minute for the Borough men, and that just checked that at half time. The Borough are coming through again, and this is Joe Dowling with the ball. Now he sends that ball in. This one does it look good? Does it look good? It does. It's gone over the bar, and that was passed just before he done that to Samuel John O'Shea, and he popped it over the bar to make. He's been influential out around the field everywhere, to be honest about it. It's 2-10 to 2-3 in favour of the Borough men. They're well in control of this game here now, but at the same time they just need to show that on the board as Oisín Henderson tries to get that ball. He's a strong standout player in that first half, but he's hooshed off the ball as
Nicky, Richie Hogan has just scored a penalty for Danesfort. It's now 1-5, which is 8 points to Erin's own 5 points.
And that's spot on. I missed that here on because I'm trying to keep an eye on this match here. I've only got 2 eyes, as I say, but the Dunnamaggin players trying to get the ball in, but it is the Borough boys send it out here. Comes out around the half-back line, and a ball sent in there by the number 11. That's Stephen Walsh, and Stephen Walsh puts that ball over the bar. Good shot by Stephen Walsh, and that makes it 2 goals and 10 points to 2 goals and 4 points. Good play there by the Dunnamaggin lads, getting a little bit more into the game here now, it must be said, in the second half. Now, can they keep up this momentum here? We're gone for exactly 5 minutes in the game here in UPMC Nolan Park. The Borough are still trying to get control of the ball. It's with Oisín Henderson. He's been strong. Did he pick that off the ground? No, says Conor Evergard. There was a little bounce in and fielding good condition, but Pat Henderson tells me there was 30 matches on it in the last while. That's heavy going for a field even of this calibre. And
Nicky, we're just going to cut in there. We have Derek Dooley on the line. Derek, a goal from a penalty from Richie, possibly the difference in the game.
Yes, the difference in the game so far. So we have 20 minutes gone here in Park Loughlin, Freshford, and the game opened pretty evenly with scores coming tit for tat for both sides. Richie Hogan opened with a point for Danesfort. Conor Fogarty replied. Paddy Hickey then had an excellent score, followed by a free from Jack Buggy. And after that, Richie Hogan scored for Kilkenny 3 points to 2. Aidan Moran had a fine point for midfield. The 9th minute, 3-all. Conor McMahon followed directly on from that with another point for Danesfort. Paddy Hickey then the 15 minutes pointed for Danesfort. Jack Buggy replied with a free. Then in the 19 minutes, a significant point in the match came when a high ball came into the square, and Danesfort full forward Brian MacDonald was pulled down, and David Hughes had no hesitation in drawing a penalty, which Richie Hogan placed into the right corner of the net, and Danesfort have just scored another point there, leaving it at the moment Danesfort 1-6, Erdenstone Castlecomer 5 points, and we have 21 minutes gone on the clock.
Thanks for that, Derek. Back down to UPMC Nolan Park.
Yes, and as you come to me, Ben Henderson from the Borough has the ball on the far side of the field. He's trying to set up another attack. He sends that ball in well. Is that gone over the bar? If it is, it's a magnificent point from Ben Henderson. From right out on the sideline, he puts that ball over the bar. Really, really good ball there. 2 goals and 12 points to the Borough. It's 2 goals and 4 points to Dunnamaggin. The Borough have reasserted their authority on this game. It was a good first 5 minutes for the Dunnamaggin players, but now it is the Borough who are on top, and this with Robert Lacey sends that ball in. Oh, there's a heavy tackle on one of the Borough players there, but it's with Owen Moore. Owen Moore sends that ball in, and that looks to have found a spot as well over the bar from Owen Moore to edge the Borough that little bit further ahead. 2 goals and 13 13 points to 2 goals and 4 points. It's now a 9-point game, and the Borough, as I just said, have reasserted control here 8 minutes into the game as the ball is pucked out, lands in the middle of the field, broken by Aaron Butler, but sent back in for the Dunnamaggin men. A chance for them now with Scott MacDonald, the full forward. He was playing minor the last day. He pops the ball in, and as he put it over the bar, he has put it over the bar. Good play there by Scott MacDonald. They're beginning to get a little bit more penetration here in the attack and maybe get the ball in a little bit more too, as people like Scott MacDonald. 2 goals and 13 points to 2 goals and 5 points. We're gone just over 8 minutes here in the second half. That game in Freshford is 1-6 to Danesfort. It's 6 points to Airdon's own. Seamus will be going back to Derek Dooley at some stage for an update. We'll keep it best we can, but there looks to be a good crowd out there. Just seeing one person there in the crowd for Airdon's own, Castlecomer, who they'd love to have togged out today, and that's Michael Murphy, but he's not togged out. Maybe his hurling days are over. He picked up a bad injury last year. He was a stalwart for Airdon's own on so many occasions. As the Borough attack the ball in again, that looks like it's gone over the bar, and that is simply beautiful play by the Borough. Put over the bar by Owen Moore. He's just a classy little player, small in demeanour, but when he gets the ball he knows where to put it. 2-14 to 2-5 in favour of the Borough, and they're sauntering to a big victory here. Very hard to see how
Aaron's own have added a point, Nicky. It's 1-6 to 6 points.
Okay, and I'll make that 1-7 to 6 points. I'm seeing here on the score in front of me. I'm probably ahead of you, Seamus, there, because I have the clubber screen on in front of me here, but nevertheless a great score there for it's 2 goals and 14 points. That point from Owen Moore to 2 goals and 5 points as Dunnamaggin tried to win that ball, and they do have it with Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey trying to make space, sends it back to his centre half back, Cathal Rossiter sends that ball in. Who's going to win this ball? It should be a Dunnamaggin ball. It should be with Ian MacDonald. Ian MacDonald sends that ball in, but the Borough look to have it in control, and it is in control of Jamie Casson. He's been playing very, very well. I love the way he attacks the ball, but the Borough are still under a bit of pressure. Brian Hickey sends that ball in, but it's coming back out again to Oisin Henderson. I keep mentioning his name. That's because he's getting on the ball an awful lot, and it's with the Borough look to have a sub on that team. It looks like their number 18. That number 18 is Conor Tynan, and Conor Tynan has put that ball over the bar. There's no announcements about subs here today, but I'm nearly sure that was number 18, Conor Tynan. We'll try and check that, as the Borough have another player injured down around between the 45 and the 65 metre line, but he looks to be okay again. It is the number 5, Ben Henderson. He's okay. Them Hendersons are made of tough stuff, and he'll be back in action shortly. Yes, it is number 18, Tynan. Conor Tynan is playing inside at full forward, and he popped that ball over the bar to make it 2 goals and 15 points to 2 goals and 5 points. In a lovely UPMC Nolan Park here, nice and mild, and a lovely day to be out at a game here, and lovely for the young boys as well that they're able to play a game in such lovely conditions as well, because we've had such awful weather. You wouldn't wish that on anybody, especially these young guys playing the game of the most important game of their life, as Brian Hickey sends that ball in, but the Borough comes out again with Jamie Casson. I've really been impressed by him, as much by his hurling but also by his method and style, how he attacks that ball. And just when I say that, he's counterpart for Sean Sheridan for Dunnamaggin. He does the same, but referee Conor Everard said he threw the ball, and just a tough call, but look, the referee I think probably got it right, as Dunnamaggin looked now to defend, and Samuel John O'Shea is coming over to get another opportunity to land the ball. This is just inside the 65 metre line. It stands 4-1-8. It's Airdon's own 7 points. That's a 4-point game here in Freshford, as Airdon's own tried to break through and have a chance. We'll just keep an eye on both goals. That looks like it could be a penalty there. There was certainly a hand around the Castlecomer number 14 playing at full forward today. Not sure who it is. We'll get the name somewhere, as Samuel John O'Shea sends that ball in. A lovely strike. He sends it in, and he sends it over the bar. Good shot by Samuel John O'Shea to pop that ball over the bar to make it 2 goals and 16 points to 2 goals and 5 points. We're gone 12 minutes exactly here in UPMC Nolan Park, and Dunnamaggin are in control of this match. That was Jamie Hoolan, the full forward, who was fouled there for Airdon's own, and getting ready to take this close in free is the corner forward, Jack Buggy. The ball is sent in, is caught in there by Oisin Henderson. He just reads the ball so well, sends it down to a colleague. Lovely crisp pick up there by Dan Carroll. Dan Carroll sends that ball in. I think Dan's radar just might be off there. He sends that wide, 9th wide for the Borough. Getting ready to puck out the ball is Daniel Hayes, from many brilliant saves that he made in the first half. As the ball is pucked out, it's now with Scott MacDonald. He's playing out around the middle of the field, and he has a chance. He needs to tap the ball in. Got away with it. It looks like it's going to Brian Hickey. The ball goes in. It for brilliantly. No, I thought it was caught in the air there by Jamie Casson, but it's not. But it's still coming out. Borough are defending strong. It's now with J. Samuel John O'Shea. He's got pace to burn. He's racing away from Cathal Rossiter. And the ball is sent in by Samuel John O'Shea, and he makes no mistake and pops the ball over the bar to make it 2 goals and 17 points to 2 goals and 5 points. A really, really good, stylish hurler is young Samuel John O'Shea, and as I said, saw him playing in that under 13 county final there 2 years ago, and he has, as they say, pushed on from that and is doing very well here, having an outstanding game for the Borough men, leading certainly on the scoreboard as well as partly out.
Jack Boogie point, my estimation, Erin's own 8 points, Danesfort 1-8.
Yeah, Erin's on of 9 points now, Seamus, as the Borough put another ball over the bar. Again, I missed who that was, so we'll put it down as 2-18 to 2 goals and 5 points at this stage. Another point for the Borough. They're certainly in control of this one here now, and we're gone 14 minutes. But Dunnamaggin will still be proud to have gotten to both the A final in minor and under 15, and while things are not going their way today as they did last week, nevertheless, what work they're doing as a club down there, they deserve enormous credit as they try to win back an under 15A title, as they break out again with James Casson. A very, very impressive player is James Casson. He sends the ball out. Who's going to win this ball? It should be won by the Dunnamaggin. It is won by their centre half back, Cathal Rossiter. Cathal Rossiter sends that ball down the field. The Borough tried to defend here, but it's with the number 14. It's bottle shot. That's Scott MacDonald. He shot his block just one-handed on the hurl down work boys as the Borough come out with the ball with Ben Henderson. No sign of that injury which he got a moment ago affecting him. It's with Dan Carroll. Dan Carroll looks up, switches the ball with his left hand into nippy corner forward Owen Moore. Owen Moore gets that ball. He has space here now. He's going to shoot from distance. He's going to send that ball in, and he sends it in and makes no mistake. Sends it straight over the bar. A beautiful strike by Owen Moore to put the ball over the bar to make it 2 goals and 19 points to 2 goals and 5 points. No question about the class of this Borough team, as the ball is pucked out again, but it's going to be delivered back because Oisin Henderson has the ball. We're gone 15 minutes here in UPMC Nolan Park in the Douglas Steel under 15A county final, and this one is heading across through Palmerstown, but Dicksboro are going to still have to work hard to see it off in the end. Dunnamaggin working very hard. Their goalkeeper Daniel Hayes reads that ball very well, comes off his line, controls it very, very well. He's under a lot of pressure, and has he lost the ball? No, he hasn't. He still kept the ball, but this could be a line ball. I think no, it's not. It's kept in. It's now with the Stephen Walsh, the centre half forward. He sends that ball in, but the Borough through James Casson, their number 2, because he doesn't get the ball up, but he will get it this time. If it doesn't come up, he pulls it first time on the ground. You don't maybe see that a lot in hurling nowadays, but the Borough are in control again with their left half back, Aaron Butler. Aaron Butler with that ball, turns left, turns right. I think you can't do that, Aaron. And Conor Everard says you can't do that either. He gave it a free from around the middle of the field, closer to the sideline, for the Dunnamaggin boys to be taken by Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey sends that ball in, brilliantly caught in the goal here by Rian Dowling. He's fouled in the square, and there's going to be a free out. Good look, confident and assured the way he caught that ball, I must say. Very impressed by that young man in the goal. He's done very well. It's 1-8 to 9 points, and it's gone into injury time over in Freshford as Jack Bogey gets ready to take another free. This could make it a 1-point game in Freshford. That has the hallmarks of extra time there. Saw Pat Tracy on the sideline. He looks edgy, it must be said, but then any selector on either team would look edgy on the sideline today. The ball is pucked across the field. It's now with Robert Lacey. Robert Lacey has pace as well. He's running up on the far side of the field. He's going to take a shot from distance. His hoop, good play there by the Dunnamaggin defence. Who has that ball?
Nicky just going to pop out to Park Lachton, and Derek Dooley is our man on site there. Derek, how fares it since we were last with you?
Last time I was with you, it was Danesfort 1-6 to Erin's own Castlecomer 5 points, and just on the brink of half time now, Danesfort are in that narrow lead, 1 goal and 8 points to Erin's own 10 points. So scores for Danes Fort since I was last with you. Ben Whitty and Richie Hogan added a free 2 points, but scores came from Jack Buggy, Michael Brennan and Jack Buggy, 2 more frees. A crucial point of the game about 2 minutes ago was when Ina O'Costa for Danes Fort broke through the defence lines of the full back line for Erin's own Castlecomer, and Sean Buggy brought off a fabulous save on the goal. So certainly a crucial moment, and the ball came back up and Jack Buggy pointed. So both teams playing their game at the moment, not showing too many signs of panic. So it's 1-8 to 10 points, 1 point lead for Danes Fort, and we're in injury time in the first half.
Derek, a decent sod in Park Lockton, I presume?
Absolutely beautiful conditions here. Pitch in immaculate condition. Lovely day. A bit of cloud cover now, so the sun is not in anybody's eyes. So everything is perfect for hurling.
Thanks, Derek. We'll join you midway through the second half, back down for the final minutes of the game. Nicky, you have about 15 minutes left.
Yeah, maybe a little less, Seamus. We're nearly gone on. We're 48 and a half minutes here, so there's 11 and a half minutes left here, and it is Dunnamaggin have a ball on the far side of the field as David Hughes flashes a yellow card to a Dunnamaggin or to a Danes Fort player. It's 1-8 to Danes Fort. It's 10 points to Airdens Own. There's almost 3 minutes gone in the first half there out in Freshford. A tense game, no doubt it is, as the Borough still win that ball here. It's sent across to their number 7, Aaron Butler. Aaron Butler sends that ball in further. They're hungry for more scores as the ball is broken down. It's now with another sub, number 17. Number 17 is Cian Fogarty. Cian Fogarty trying to get that ball. Who has it? The Borough now given an opportunity, 2 players to get the ball. It is Dunnamaggin who break out with their centre half back, Cathal Rossiter, but it is the smaller the Borough players, particularly Owen Moore, who gets that ball. That's a free out. Pull there on a Dunnamaggin player. She tried to jab lift the ball off the ground over on the far side of the field. It's 3 goals and 19 points. Yes, you did miss a goal while you were away. Conor Tynan got that ball. He let 2 Dunnamaggin defenders and the Dicksboro forward all go up for the ball. The ball broke to Conor Tynan. He got it turned left, put it into the back of the net. He gave the goalkeeper Daniel Hayes no chance with that close-in shot. Good play by Conor Tynan, and if you can bring on subs of that calibre, look what it means to you. But there's a chance, for Dunnamaggin, but a pass has gone a little bit astray as the Borough full-back Noah Gibbons has the ball and is going to clear it out the field. It comes out about 40 metres out from the goal. Who's going to win this ball again? It's the Borough is going to win it. Quick breaking ball was won by Aaron Butler. He moves out towards the centre of the field. He sends that ball long. It goes in over the 45-metre line, batted down by the centre half-back Cathal Rossiter has that ball. It goes out to Dan Carroll. Dan Carroll sends it out to the far side of the field to number 10. That's Joe Dowland. Joe Dowland sends that ball in, danger area around the goal. Good play by Daniel Hayes in the goal for Dunnamaggin. He sends a nice pass out to his fullback Darragh Lyons. Darragh Lyons sends the ball long. Who's going to win this ball? It breaks for the Borough men, and Aaron Butler has that ball again. Their reading of the game has been superb as the ball goes in around the goal area, and there's a chance of another goal here. A tap in, I think, for the Borough. Yes, and it's put into the back of the net. I think Joe Dowland has got that one. Just a bit broke kindly for the Borough around the goal area, and Joe Dowland has bagged another goal for the Borough men, putting it into the back of the net to make it 4 goals and 19 points to 2 goals and 5 points. Top class of spade must be said by Dicksboro. They're on top all over the field. Dunnamaggin boys playing as best they can. They're absolutely putting in an almighty effort here, Dunnamaggin, but they're just playing against a bit of a superb team. Actually, that goal, I think, was put away by number 17, actually. Cian Fogarty has actually scored that last goal. They're on half-time out in Freshford as more players are getting an opportunity now to play in a county final in UPMC Nolan Park. Both teams taking the opportunity to...
a goal from Conor Fogarty to make it 1-10 for Airdens Own, 1-8 for Danes Fort.
In the under-19 league final this morning, C League final or B, I can't remember which, it was Glenmore 224, Tullaroan 415, and in the Camogie Championship it was Windgap 114, Tullaroan 29, and Windgap some not too long ago defeated Piltown by 4 points in the Junior Championship. So already the Borough and Windgap will be in the hat for the draw which will take place after the first match tomorrow evening here in UPMC Nolan Park, the draw for the Junior Championship semi-finals. We'll know the third hand name in that later when Steve Root when Tuller Ross Birkin take on Emeralds. That's out in Clara. Paddy Kelly is there for us. We'll have reports tomorrow evening, and then the final game takes place 12 noon tomorrow. The high 12 noon showdown tomorrow in Jenkinstown between St. Patrick's Ballyraggett and St. Lactans of Freshford. We'll have that game live on Community Radio Kilkenny City for you from the polo grounds in Jenkinstown, as a tackle on a Borough player is going to possibly get a yellow card for one of the Dunnamaggin players. Just a little bit careless, really. No one is really hurt, and maybe Conor Everard might just maybe let the play go, but no, he's going to take the name of one of the Dunnamaggin players, and it's going to be a free out. Just momentarily, one of the Borough lads was down, but he's up in his grand again, and it will be a free out which Rian Dowling will take. We're now gone 54 minutes. There's about 6 minutes left here in UPMC Nolan Park, and there's 30 minutes plus to be left to be played out there in Freshford in that all-important senior hurling relegation final. The game that's a big draw every year, I must say, the big attraction every year, big crowd out in Freshford. It's 110 to Erden's Own, it's 1-8 to Danesfort. That Conor Fogarty goal, as they said, I missed it on the screen here watching this other game, but it does put Comer into a position of 2-point lead. So the words are being said by Willie Coogan and Pat Tracy and others in the Danesfort dressing room. It's half time. No doubt Tommy Buggy and Sean Dempsey and Kieran Brennan are laying out the law for the Comer men as well, as Dunnamaggin tried to get the ball out around the middle of the field. It breaks. It's with Aaron Butler. No, he's been hushed off the ball. Who's going to win this ball? Has he got it again? No, he has. It's no clear winner here of the ball. Who's going to win it? We don't know. Lots of new numbers on the field now, but now the Dunnamaggin men are moving down the field. There's a chance for them to get that ball in. I think they as well have to hit it in rather than, as they say, foosling around with it and tackling, but it does come in to them. But Ben Henderson has it now. It's out with Oisin Henderson. Oisin Henderson has no hurley, so he's not going to be able to go too far, and it's now with Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey sends the ball across. Maybe this short play might be as well off to just hit a couple of long balls in. It's not getting them too far. The stronger Borough players are controlling it, particularly Oisin Henderson at the centre back. Who's going to pull out this ball here? It is with the Dunnamaggin players. They send the ball literally back into where the huddle was, but it is with Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey takes a shot, and Brian Hickey sends that ball over the bar. Good score there is it Brian Hickey? I'm not quite sure. We'll find out. And yes, it is Brian Hickey who puts that over the bar. Good score there by Brian Hickey. It makes it 4 goals and 19 points to 2 goals and 6 points. Brian Hickey played well in the middle of the field for the Dunnamaggin lads, but the power of the Borough boys, it must be said, strong all over the field, and they have really hurled well. A very, very impressive team, as they were 2 years ago at under 13 level. Lots of talented players. I'd expect some of these players are certainly going to be seen again, and a few will be seen in Kilkenny colours. There's no question about that. If they just need to mature well now, and when they win these finals so easily, it might not be the best way to prepare them for the whole inter-county scene, but they're doing what they have to do for their club here today, winning impressively and playing very, very well against a very game Dunnamaggin team, but they just are up against the powerhouse that is Dicksboro, as the Dunnamaggin were up against the powerhouse that is the Village in Minor last week as well. That is a lovely touch of play there for Stephen Welsh. Tapped the ball into his hand, but Noel Gibbons, as he controlled his ball, strong at full back, it must be said, and is he coming out with the ball? He is, but it's out to Oisin Henderson. He breaks away from 2 tackles and sends the ball up again. That's an outstanding game. Who's going to win this ball? It should be the Borough ball again, but Dunnamaggin are there in numbers. They need to be careful now and get the ball down. 2 hands to rise that ball. It broke well for the Dunnamaggin lads at this stage as they try to set up an attack with their number 17, that's Sam Doherty. Sam Doherty sends the ball in to number 10. The number 10 is Ian MacDonald, and Ian MacDonald, I'm afraid, sends that ball wide. Just needed to compose himself a little bit, and that would help Oisin Henderson now in at full.
And Nicky, can I pop out to Clara? That game is on about 8-9 minutes. Paddy Kelly is out there. Paddy, you have a quarter-final game in the JJ Kavanagh. Emeralds
again against Tullaher Ross Birkin here at the moment, and it's Tullaher that are in control at the moment. Emma started to brighten up for the point from Jerry Troy in the first minute. Walter Welsh then responded with a point from Clay himself in the second minute. But then it was all Tullaher there. Marty Murphy from a good pass from Walter Welsh put over another point, and Derek Creedy then levelled it up with a point from a free. Keane O'Donoghue then got another point for Tullaher there, but it's Tullaher that took control because Conor Hennessy with a short puck out, he latched onto a ball and put it into the back of the Emerald's net. Then the Keane O'Donoghue point as well furthered their lead. Derek Creedy brought Emeralds back into it there with a point in the 9th minute there, a super point from a very acute angle, and he also put over a free. But there's also been another goal there in the last few minutes there at the moment. That man again, Conor Hennessy, is on fire at the moment, and it's Tullaher Rossberton, 2 goals and 5 points, Emeralds 5 points, and with about 13 minutes gone. Back to you in the studio, Steve.
Thanks, Pat Kelly. Back down to UPMC Nolan Park.
Yeah, 58 minutes, 33 seconds as the Dunnamaggin men are trying to break through with the ball here. Is with Scott MacDonald. He passed it to a colleague's that Brian Hickey. The ball is blocked again. Great defence here from the Dunnamaggin lads. They're not giving this game might be well over, but the Borough men are making sure there's going to be no more scored as Oisin Henderson comes out, taps the ball over a Dunnamaggin player and sends the ball up to this side of the field. The ball comes out, won by Dunnamaggin player, very well won there by number 17, Sam Doherty. Sam needs to tap them, he sends it to a colleague, but it doesn't go that far, but he comes back to try and get it again. But the Borough will win this ball. No, they won't. Good play, Dunnamaggin, the way they won back that ball. But no clear winner of the ball here. Who's going to win it? A bit of a ground shot doesn't happen too often here as the Borough men get that ball and send it up the field through their number 19. That is Charlie Gleeson sends the ball up to this corner. It's with Owen Moore. He's lively, he's very lively. He sends the ball, taps it over a player. Cheeky Owen Moore, the way he gets that ball in, it's a chance of another goal here. He sends it in low, and yes, he bags it into the back of the net. No doubt about it, a good goal there by Owen Moore. He had only one thing on his mind when he hit that ball, and he puts it into the back of the net for a 5th goal, 5 goals and 19 points to 2 goals and 6 points. I think that pretty well sums up this game here today. The Borough have been fully in control here as we hit the 68 minute mark in this game here. Dunnamaggin are still playing, and they have kept their heads up all the way through as the ball goes in around the goal area, and brilliantly put over the bar there by Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey puts that ball over the bar. That's one of the best scores of the day, winning that ball in the middle of the field and popping it over the bar. 5-19 to 2-7, and as I said, Borough well out in that, but credit to Dunnamaggin, who have kept battling the whole way, and it's now with their number 18, Hugh O'Sullivan. Hugh tried to get the ball, he's lost possession of it, but no one has clear possession. But the Borough are still trying to get the ball, and Dunnamaggin are still trying to make headway. Conor Everard may be forced to hop this ball here now, but it is got up again by Brian Hickey. Brian Hickey has been one of the stronger players, and it's inside there with the number 10, Ian MacDonald. Sends that ball in, but Rian Dowling is reading it very well in the goal. He looks up, he'll send it long over to the far side of the field in the direction of Samuel John O'Shea. He's got pace to burden. He's going to take off like a rocket up here now, 40 metres out, send that ball in, sends it in high, but the radar is gone on this occasion, and he sends that ball wide for another wide for the Borough men. But those wides don't matter now. We're now gone 61 minutes. It's at the discretion of Conor Everard how much more time he's playing, but this is going to be the Borough who will be the Duggan Steel under 15A county champions here, with a thoroughly convincing display against a very game Dunnamaggin team, but they were just beaten by a better side. So with that, Conor Everard calls the final whistle, and the Borough deserving winners, 5-19 to 2-7 here in UPMC Lowland Park.
Lowland Park for this final of the under 15 Championship. I'd like to extend a sincere welcome to everyone here, especially to all the supporters and parents, because the parents here are people that drive these young fellas all over the county for underage tournament in Kilkenny for many years, and are very generous ones indeed. I will motivate and we for all the support, and I say a very sincere thank you to you. And it's a great occasion for all our youth to come here and enjoy playing in Lowland Park. Thanks very much indeed. So our referee and the officials presented the facility here in very fine condition indeed. Thank you very much.
Don't stand up there, lad.
Hello. Dunnamaggin today. It's not very often we see a country team who come here and compete both under 15 and minor championship finals. For the country club, it's a great achievement and it shows a great future for your club. I sincerely thank you, lads, and wish you well going forward. Unfortunately today, we came up against a much stronger Dicksboro team, very good Dicksboro team. And I say well done to them indeed. So, without further ado, it's a great pleasure to present the under-15 Flying Aids company to after Dicksboro Club games. Be careful. Thanks, Harry.
The one in front. Hello? Man check. Come on, lads, keep coming. Hey, lads. Thanks.
All right.
5 o'clock. On the line. How are we doing?